Hey everybody, I'm Matt Hill. I'm here at Denver, Colorado at the Gaylord at the VPPPA Safety Symposium. Yep. Introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Mike Barch, based in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm with Soder.
Mike, I came here because oil and gas were, very, very aware how there's information out there that our industry isn't safe. There might not be jobs in the future. We're bad for the environment. I'm fortunate to be on the board of MSEPS in Oklahoma, and it's a group of all the safety professionals in oil and gas. We get together once a month and do our best to change that narrative out there. But then I also see just great groups like the VPPPA that have conferences all over the country, great leadership, speakers, engagement, and products that might fuel our own industry. And so I'm always constantly looking to collaborate in partnership and find out people's stories. So where'd you grow up, Mike?
Yeah, so grew up just outside of London, Ontario, Canada.
Nice. We like Canadians in oil and gas. Where did you kind of find the passion to get into safety?
Yeah, so I spent a little bit of time in the Achmed industry, and inevitably when I would tell people what I did for a living in the Achmed industry, the number one question that they would always say to me is, you hope that people get injured on the job, because all of my KPIs and metrics were on how many injuries would come into our medical facilities. So it was very much on the reactive side of things. And so I was online one day, I saw the Soder come up on a job posting, and I thought that was super interesting to go from the treatment of on-the-job injuries to the preventative side of those injuries from even happening. And it's just very rewarding to say that your life's work is helping people be safe while they're on the job, and helping them to get back home to their families the way that they left them in the morning.
Servant's heart, very sentimental of you.
Absolutely.
So 30,000 foot view, what is Soder, what do they do, and how can I help promote what you guys do?
Yeah, so we have AI technology, it's called Soder Genius. It allows organizations to take a picture, take a video of anything within their facility, whether that's indoors or outdoors, and know within seconds if there's any OSHA violations within that image or that video that they've uploaded.
That's incredible.
And so not only does it tell you what the violation is in that CFR code, either 1910 or 1926, it also takes it that next step further and tells you what is the corrective action that's needed to now overcome that violation. It also provides you with potential penalty amount, as well as a link to a similar violation, so that you can benchmark your organization and what is in front of you with other organizations that have been cited for the same thing.
That's a cost savings to companies.
Absolutely.
Huge.
Absolutely. Not only a cost savings, but also a time savings.
Pays for everything you're doing, because if they find those, they can take care of them. They don't get that if something happens, and they knew about it. You can peel back 100 onion layers on this.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so what we've been told by our partners is that the time to do these facility audits has been decreased by at least 50%, because instead of trying to determine, is that a violation over there, they just take their company provided tablet, snap a quick picture of it, and be able to see that if there is a violation just that quickly.
Fantastic.
Additionally, you can upload your policies as well. So let's say you have a forklift policy or a confined space policy. You can now analyze that policy, not only to see what's missing or what that compliance gap is, but what is the corrective language that we now need to add into the policy to ensure that that policy is compliant as well.
Wow. Where do you see this going? I mean, what all can you add to something so amazing like that? I mean, AI is progressing.
Absolutely.
We're all using it, learning to use it, even guys like me. Although I've just made memes from it.
No, I think there's a lot of places that we can go. We're looking to get connected with the Department of Labor. We have a lot of major manufacturing, aviation organizations.
Maybe in our industry, API.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, happy to have those conversations. And I think what's nice about building out an API is just that quick translation of information back and forth between the two different platforms.
Yeah, oil and gas has a ton of standards that, you could translate to what you're doing and put it into that as well.
And the solution is completely you can personalize it. And what I mean by that is you can add in NFPA, you can add in ISO 45001 codes, you can add in really any regulatory body that is governed in your industry into the technology, so that when you take that picture, that video, it's going to highlight those violations as well.
Oh my gosh, I love where this is heading, and it's just going to unburden us from a lot of deep diving having to like learn on it just takes care of a lot of stuff where you can get back to work.
Absolutely.
And keep things moving forward.
100%.
And know that assurance, that peace of mind that, hey, we've done everything possible and it's all been presented to us in a really simple way.
Yeah, absolutely. The fundamental things with the technology is that it allows those that are doing audits to be more productive because the time has been decreased to actually do those audits. Secondly, you're getting a consistent message, whether you're doing an audit in California, which has to take from Cal OSHA, or in Indiana, where I'm from, where it takes from IOSHA, you're now getting a consistent message across the board. So regardless of whether someone's been in the industry for 2 minutes or 2 decades, they're still being able to present the same information to the organization, to their clients on what is in front of them. And it's all about how do we mitigate the risk and stop these injuries from happening. But then even taking it one step further, it's great to see what the violation is, but let's say that violation goes unfixed, or we don't figure out what we need to do to get rid of that violation. What happens if an injury does happen?
Okay.
All the costs that are associated with those injuries, both the direct costs and the indirect costs, is something that organizations are being able to see with the Soder Genius platform, that they're really able to see a huge return on investment, not only on the violations, but on the injury side as well.
Man, I love it. Mike, thank you for sharing this. What's the best way for people to get a hold of you and Soder? What's the website?
Yep, so the website is just soder.com or soder.genius.com. Either one you can go to, or reach out to me on LinkedIn, Mike Bartsch, BARTSCH.
Thank you for what you do. God bless you.
Yeah,
we'll see you all next time. Take care.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone. Friday night, pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio on.